most anticipated games of fall 2022. The reason I put fall in quotes is because 3 of these games are coming out in the fall. One of them is coming out in the summer, and the rest of my maybes are not even officially announced to be coming out this year, or don't have official release dates. So let's get off the top. Let's just start in chronological order. August 30th, not fall. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Very much looking forward to Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Played the first 2 games with my brother when I was younger, loved them. Didn't play the reboot of the first one. I missed it because there's so much else coming out at the time. I got like hiccups coming. I can like feel it in my loins. Very excited for the Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed because next gen only. The game looks like graphically looks gorgeous. Just excited that we're getting to the direction where third-party developers are releasing next gen only games. Second reason, just very fun, goofy, humorous game that puts just having fun and doing something crazy and really inappropriate fun humor at the front of the game, which I just don't get as much of anymore like you did back when the original Destroy All Humans came out. And I'm just so looking forward to that. So, Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, August 30th, definite must play for me. Next up, skipping straight through September, all the way to October 25th, Gotham Knights. So, Gotham Knights kind of like a sequel to the Arkham series because the story takes place after Arkham Knight, where Batman, dies or whatever at the end. And I'm just excited to return to that universe and that gameplay style. And even though it doesn't look as, I'm more of a Batman guy, and I like the more narrative-focused Arkham games. And this is kind of like mixes that third-person action open-world narrative with like a looter-shooter kind of vibe, co-op looter-shooter vibe. And every game's a looter shooter nowadays, and I'm not entirely looking forward to that aspect of the game. But I'm looking forward to, I see a lot of Arkham aspects to this game, and I'm looking forward to those because it's been a long fucking time since we've had 7 years since we've had an Arkham game. And I like, even though Batman's my favorite and I'd rather be playing as him, I do like the other characters, so I'm excited to be able to play as them. And I like that they have different moves and abilities, that'll make it more fun. So, it's been a while since I played like a narrative-focused, third-person, urban open world games. We don't get a lot of those anymore either, and I'm kind of excited for that. Following that up 3 days later, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the sequel to the reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise. So, Modern Warfare 2, the original from like 2010, I think, one of my favorite Call of Duty games. Modern Warfare 2019, probably one of the best, probably the second best Call of Duty game to come out last generation. I'm looking forward to this. I know I think the developers did such a good job with the Modern Warfare reboot, and I know they know there's a high expectations for a game that has a Modern Warfare 2 name. So I think they know from the start they've had to bring their A game to this game, and I think they will. Everything I've seen of it so far looks good. The visuals look awesome. The sound design in the trailer's so good. Which is ironic. Warzone gets a lot of shit for not having good sound design, but the campaign trailer had great sound design. I love the Modern Warfare weapons, and the setting, and the story, and the characters in that world are really fun. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad Gotham Knights and Call of Duty are different, vibes on the games, because I can get them both and play them both and not get overwhelmed or get sick of one. Because they're very different experiences. I'm going to Modern Warfare for some multiplayer shooting, going to Gotham Knights for some single player action. Next is Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol comes out December 2nd. Fuck December 2nd as a release date. I hate when games come out in December. It's such a stupid, what a shitty time to release a game. December? Who's buying video games in December? Maybe I've done that once, but I know it's a new IP and it can't come out in October when Call of Duty and Gotham Knights are coming out. But December? Really? I don't know who the fuck's gonna buy. Games that come out in December historically underperform, I feel like. So, I don't know. That might be setting this game up for failure. I love a good survival horror experience, and I love sci-fi, and this is that. It's pretty much just a new Dead Space, which is ironic because a month later, a total remake of the first Dead Space is coming out that also looks really good. But this looks good, and it's being led by the guy who led the first Dead Space game too, which is cool. So I'm pretty excited for that game. I don't know a ton of details about it, but it's sci-fi survival horror. The gameplay so far looks really fun, and I'm interested. So those are the only 4 officially announced, like officially release date announced games that I have on the list. The rest are maybes. I've never actually got hard release dates, but are just said to be coming out this year. Top of that, God of War Ragnarok. I can't imagine that game getting pushed to 2023. It just, Sony needs. I have The Last of Us coming out in September, but they need a big fall game. They just don't do it. They haven't. I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since they've had a big fall release. Probably since the PS5 came out. And they do really need one. And next year's kind of seems like the year they're getting away from the PS4 and moving to PS5 and Xbox Series X, like all the publishers and developers. And God of War's coming out on both. I'm kind of hoping we kind of just get that out this year, and we can be done with that weird, cross-generational games that we've been releasing. But that one looks good. I'm very excited. It looks like it's going to be more fun than the first one. If I'm being honest, like the trailer, I like the first one a lot, but this looks better. So, looking forward to that. We'll see if that comes out this year. Saints Row, we'll see. I love Saints Row 3 and some of the older Saints Row games. But the thing I love most about them is like the same thing I love about Destroy All Humans. Is it really just goofy, fun, irreverent games with crude humor and it's just absolute goofiness, along with some fun third-person shooting and some cool urban open world chaos. And from what I've seen of this one, it has the open world chaos, great visuals, the gameplay looks fun. It just does. It looks like it's taking itself way too seriously, and it looks like it's trying too hard to be a product of its current time. And kind of like, Saints Row 3 was kind of a product of its time too, which is why it was so awesome. This new Saints Row doesn't look like it looks like it's taking itself a little too seriously. Doesn't look like it's gonna have the gusto to go for that really inappropriate fun humor. So we'll see. This is one I'll wait to look at when it comes out to see if it really goes full Saints Row or not. If it does, I'm totally in, but if it doesn't, I'll probably pass on it. Smaller ones, Turbo Golf Racing. It's pretty much Rocket League, but golfing. You and your friends race on a one-way track golf course. You each have your own golf balls that you're trying to hit down the course to get into the hole, the green. And that just sounds. I love golf games, and that just sounds like a really fun idea for me. Rocket League is pretty fun. I love the idea of it, but I kind of suck at it, and it's not my favorite. But this sounds awesome, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. Earth Defense Force 6 is supposedly coming out this year. They do this every time they release a new game in the States, where they give it a December release date, or an end of the year release date, and then it kind of slips into the beginning of the following year usually. So we'll actually see if that comes out, but I'm a huge Earth Defense Force fan. I've played every game in the series, I'm pretty sure. I even have had 2 games imported from Europe and play them on a European PS2 just because I love them. So I'm looking forward to a new EDF game if that comes out this year. Smaller ones, I'll get this one out of the way because I just mentioned The Last of Us Part 1. That comes out September. That actually has an official release date. So does Saints Row. Saints Row's coming out in August. But I put them in maybes because I'm not that excited about it. It's like Last of Us, when that first came out, it was probably my favorite game at the time. And it still is really high up on my list. I love that first game. Hate the second one. I love that first game. But I bought it twice full price. I actually bought a collector's edition the first time on the PS3. I don't regret buying it twice, and I've played it twice. I just don't see why I would pay $70. I love the game, but I don't know why I would buy a third copy of the game at full price again, almost as much as it cost me the collector's edition of the first game, or of the first release of the game, for a game that I've already bought twice and played twice. Like, I will definitely play this because the graphics look awesome, and I love the first game, and it has been a good few years since I played it. But that's just one I'm gonna wait till it's cheap, and I'll buy it and replay it then. And then Lego Brawls, which sounds really sexual for some reason. I don't know why that sounds so sexual for me. When you read it, it looks completely normal and makes perfect sense. But when you verbalize Lego Brawls, I don't know, man. Just release. It just sounds weird. It's pretty much Super Smash Bros. But it was Legos. Not a big Super Smash Bros. Fan. I actually never have been. First one came out when I was born, and I've played it, since I was like a year old, and I've played every single one. And over the 25 years of me playing with so many of my friends and my brother and stuff are in those games, I can think of maybe 2 instances in 25 years where I had fun playing those games. I just don't think they're very fun. I suck at them, which I know people are good at it, say that's why I don't like it, which is fair, but I also don't enjoy the gameplay enough to try and get good. Like, something like Call of Duty that I'm better at. I spent time getting better at those games because I really think those are fun games to play. Super Smash Bros. Isn't fun to play for me. I just don't like trying to manage my map placement while also trying to pull off combos, but then trying to make sure I stay on the. It's just not I want to just fight. I'd rather just fight. I don't feel like I get to fight enough in Smash Bros. Too much strategy for a fighting game, I think, almost, which I know is silly because so much of fighting games is strategy, but PlayStation All-Stars, though, I loved, because that game, no map falling off, it's all about getting as many hits in as possible to build up your meter and get kills with your specials, which I thought it's so much more action focused and it's really fun. And I like, I'm more a PlayStation guy also. I love Lego in general, Lego theme parks, Lego sets. I just like Lego video games. If I was gonna get into a type of Smash Bros. Type game, this would probably be the one, since we're never gonna get another PlayStation All-Stars. So we'll see, but it's not top of my list by any means. That's one I'll definitely wait on. Yeah, so that's it. Those are all of my fall games that I'm excited for. It's pretty much just the games I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year. And it's a weak year for games. Looking at that list, even the games that other people are excited for, that I'm not excited for, like Overwatch 2, there's still not that many big games coming out this year. And that's kind of expected because next year, it's gonna blow our fucking cocks off, ladies and gentlemen. I've been predicting this for months to my brother, and I'm calling it now too on camera. 2023, I think, is gonna be a historical year. And I don't mean like the most historic year in gaming, but I think it's gonna be a 2013. It's gonna be another 2011. It's gonna be one of those games where some of the more iconic games ever released are gonna come out, and like a lot of them will come out the same year. Like the year we had like BioShock Infinite and like Last of Us come out in the same year, or a year we had Skyrim, Uncharted 3, Batman Arkham City, like all come out in the same year. And I think 2023 is gonna be that kind of year, and this is kind of the calm before this year is the calm before the storm. We're just not getting as much because a lot of these games are gonna be a lot of the big games are gonna be 2023 games. And I'm okay with that because, dude, right now my fucking back catalog is fat and juicy, and I need to work on that thing, and I probably won't be finished with that back catalog until fall. And even then I got the fall games to work, and there's some other games that haven't bought that I'm interested in playing that aren't technically in my back catalog, but I do want to get around to playing. I'm kind of okay with a quiet fall this year. I think we kind of need that little ebb before the flow, So there you go. Those are my most anticipated games for the rest of the year. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Man, outros are so weird. They're just so corny, Alright. Like the video. Subscribe for some more gaming content, because I'll keep uploading it little by little. Leave a comment on what games you're looking forward to this year. Go out there, play some video games, have some fun, and I'll see you later.